Still trying to figure this bee thing out. It's a good sign. They're looking alive. So, a number of years ago, I used to be a bodybuilder, and I practically lived at the gym. And then one day I just said, I quit. I don't want to go to the gym anymore. I just want to get fat, out of shape. Yeah. Nah, just kidding. But I did quit the gym though. Why? Because living a physically active lifestyle provides me with the exercise that I need, especially when I'm intentional about getting it in the day-to-day things that I do here on the farmstead. And here is an example of this. Just the golf ball. Make sure there's no snakes under there. Alright. Get the legs under and lift. Just a little bit of burn. Little bit of burn. Just burns a little bit. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is how we get some workout in here. It's burning. I feel it. This thing is heavy. How I feel burn. All right. During that morning's Farm Fit workout, I picked up not one, but multiple pieces of heavy limestone, carried them 40 yards or so, and let me tell you, I was really feeling it after a few pieces. My legs were burning, my core, I was feeling it, my forearms were burning, just like, whoo, this is a good one here. Alright, let's see if I can bounce it out and do it on my other side. I'm left-handed, so this is my right side. I'm a little weaker here, but I need to get stronger. But not yet. Back to the back. Back to the back. Set them down, then level the ground by hand. And set each piece into place. Yes, I could have done this using a machine or a cart or something to make it a little bit easier. A little bit more down there. But hey, I would have missed out on a good workout if I would have done that. After the limestone was in place, I next put block on top of the stone. And then made a wooden platform. And I've been a homesteader slash farmsteader for about 15 years now. A couple of the first years homesteading in the city, and about 10 years now homesteading out here in the country. And I feel I have gained a lot of experience and know-how on various things, such as raising chickens, raising ducks, gardening. However, there's still a few things I have a ways to go with learning how to do and with mastering for sure. And one of those things is bees, beekeeping. And the limestone block and wood that I set up was for my new fancy beehive that I just got, because my wife and I, we just kind of have been somewhat dabbling with beekeeping. We've liked the idea of it, and I thought maybe we'll take it a little bit more seriously. We've had some bees that my friend Adam had brought to us in the past in a nuke hive, and those bees swarmed off and left. And then another swarm came in and occupied that nuke hive, and they were there, and it was neat having them around as they were pollinating the flowers. But then they left too, and they're like, oh man. And then not too long ago, we had another swarm come into the nuke hive and occupied it. And even though I still have a lot to learn with bees, one of the things that I noticed is with this nuke hive, man, it's not in really good shape at all. And with the colder temperatures coming in, I don't think that the bees are going to make it through the winter. So I'm like, we got to do something about it. I don't want to lose this hive, so I should be able to pull these out and just set them in here as it gets to be cooler here in just a little bit, right before the sun sets. So let's just see. Oh, gross. Crap. Literally. Chicken has made my pea suit his poop place. What in the world? Crazy. I knew some chickens had been hanging out here, but I didn't think that they were getting way up there, getting into my bee suit and wherever else they're going. Those chickens definitely need their wings clipped. Oh man. Yuck. It's been too long since I've worn this. Chicken. Yuck. Chicken poop on my bee suit. I'm gonna just put her on the top. Doesn't smell pretty good in here either. Good thing I can't share this on the smell-o-vision. You'd be like, smells about like it does, exactly. Oh well. Gloves, make sure there's no creatures in here. Hopefully there's no spiders in there. Just kidding. Hope not. Actually, I hope I'm kidding. Hope there's nothing in there. Squish, squish, squish. I don't remember being this small. Alright, let's do this. And at this point in the video, this is where I should put in a warning, a disclaimer that I am not a beekeeping expert at all, so don't follow what I'm doing. I am just showing and sharing my vlog with you and what I did, because looking back, I made a number of mistakes here. First off, I thought with the temperatures being a little cooler that the bees were going to be a little bit calmer and just a piece of cake to move the frames. Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. Get some of these out. Not sure how many we'll be bringing in. Let's see. Cloudy now, cooler, so much more ideal for moving these bees. I didn't think that bees would be occupying this. Just came in here. There's one. It's falling apart too. Not open. There we go. There's some bees right there. All right. All right. That's what we'd like to do. All right. Whoa. So mistake number one, which some of you beekeepers are probably like, this is like mistake number 47, but mistake number one, what I'm gonna call it is, I should have started off with the smoker right off the bat. Add some more to it. Let's see if we can get some air in there. There we go. Alright, let's try this again. Still trying to figure this bee thing out. It's a good sign. They're looking alive. And then for whatever reason, my veil of my suit kept wanting to cling closer to my face, and the bees were just getting right there at my face, like trying to sting. Like they weren't like necessarily getting on my body, but they were definitely coming for my face, and it was definitely messing with my head a little bit. And then what I'll call mistake number two is, I don't know what I was doing with the smoke, but I started getting a little heavy-handed with using the smoke, and for whatever reason I started just smoking up my own face. What was I thinking? And have you ever had it happen where you're like new at something and it's like you're trying to figure things out and you kind of a little bit in panic mode, or a little bit of adrenaline's rushing, and you're just, even though you may have seen the manual or watched the video on it, you still, because you don't have that experience, you're not necessarily doing things exactly right. Well, that happened to me there too. I didn't necessarily just pop out my bee manual as I was trying to do this. And another mistake that I made is, I don't know why, I just grabbed a screwdriver and was using that to get the frames out instead of using some of my bee tools that I already had brand new. I just said, let's use a screwdriver, and it wasn't necessarily going exactly the way I was wanting it to.
Look at there.
And then I'll say mistake number four is, I don't know why I decided to carry the frames one by one over to the new hive.
You in there?
For you good, it really is. Especially having a hive butler where I could easily put all my frames in and have carried them over. I don't know what I was thinking. I don't think I was. That just comes to show you, you can have all the right tools and things, but if you're not necessarily familiar with how to use them, well, you need to get really familiar with how to use them to use them. And then to add to that, the pressure of the moment, and then your kids just making fun of you.
Try not to be so scared of him. You have a bee suit on. Hold on.
I'm doing better. Chill out. It's just crazy when they get at your face. It freaks you out, man. It gets right there. That's just a little intimidating for me when it's right in my eyes. Making me feel like I'm like a scared wimp or something. I admit that I have been in the past a little uncomfortable with the bees. I was a little bit afraid, but I've gotten better. I know I still have a little ways to go because I'm still a little bit intimidated by them, but I'm doing better, and I started doing better. They've gotten a little cooler. They've calmed down a little bit more. Better, trust me. They're checking it out. Part. Oh, I don't see a lot of honey here. That's concerning. Yeah, very concerning. Got a little, but not a lot. Mash in there. Alright, so. Alrighty. So I got all those frames with the bees into the new hive. But there's something related to bees that, I'll be honest with you, I am even more afraid of. And that is hornets. Yes, my favorite basketball team is the Charlotte Hornets, nearby team to us. But I don't necessarily like being around hornets. And bees, wasps, and hornets are related. They're in the same order. However, hornets and wasps are carnivores and bees are vegetarian. And this year we've seen a few more hornets around here, and come to find out, we have a hornet's nest on the property in a not so good spot. So I recently had to do something about that too. During the summertime, we found out about this hornet's nest, and it was like, whoa, it's pretty impressive, but also scary at the same time. That we didn't want to go anywhere near this hornet's nest because we didn't want to hit it. We didn't want to hit a branch or something, and the hornets just get stirred up and start coming at us. So we've been leaving it alone. We're like, just stay away from the hornet's nest until it gets colder. So supposedly hornets, when it gets to be under 50 degrees, that you don't have to really worry about them. So supposedly that's what I'm reading on Mr. Google Pants there. So it's just a little bit below 50 right now, and I really want to get rid of this hornet's nest. It's looking like maybe they're not there anymore. It's looking kind of shabby, not as pretty as it was earlier. So I'm gonna see if I can get it down safely. Maybe I should have my bee suit on, but I'm gonna go without it. Let's see here. I can just about barely reach a branch to cut it. Let's see here. Reach right on up there. All right, almost get there. Oh wow, looks kind of cool, but still kind of scary. Come on. You know what? I got a much better idea than this. We're not gonna do this. No. Let's come on down. Hit it. See, we can rip it down now. Oh, they're in there, they're not happy. Hey, ripping it apart now. Let's see what it looks like. Just kidding, just kidding. Oh, it looks kind of cool though. Similar to, yeah, look at that. Wow, it's just pretty neat that those hornets were able to make all of this. However it is that they do it. Man. So neat. But glad they are not here anymore. I think they're cool, but we don't want them anywhere near where our immediate areas are. They can be further away. You want some hornets?
I'm the one who discovered that. I don't want to be near.
Looks pretty cool though, doesn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. Whew. I'm glad that hornet's nest is down and gone, and hopefully we don't have to deal with that again. Don't want any hornets nearby coming after me at all. Thankfully none did. But back to our bees. So with them having very, very little honey, I was like, we need to do something about that. So Lacie made some sugar bricks for them.
There's a lot of things that you do for the first time on a homestead, because if you haven't done it, you haven't done it. There's always a first time for everything. And I've never made sugar bricks for bees before, but that's what I'm doing right now. And sometimes when we do things for the first times, they don't go exactly as planned. And Mike was moving the bees, and as I am editing the video of him moving the bees, like I can't stop laughing, because it just wasn't going according to plan. And he was using the smoker to smoke these bees to get them to calm down, but he had his gear on and he's smoking these bees, and there's so much smoke coming out. I'm thinking, like, what is he doing? He's gonna suffocate these bees. And then all of a sudden a bee comes and lands on his face guard thing, and he turns the smoker around and he's like hit himself in the face. And every time I rewatch it, I start laughing until I cry. And yeah, I think it's so funny. Hopefully nothing like that is gonna happen to me while I'm making these sugar bricks. Since I've never made these before, I went online and I was looking around at some recipes, and everything I found said to add water or apple cider vinegar to your sugar. Somewhere in the ratio of 1 ounce to 1 pound of sugar. I'm just gonna add it until I get a sand-like consistency. Okay, because I have more sugar if I need to add some more. So I saw one lady and she was making a whole bucket full and used a paint stirrer on a drill to mix it up, but I ain't got room for all that. Some recipes called for citric acid as well, but others just called for either water and sugar or apple cider vinegar and sugar. Okay, this looks about right. It's kind of holding its shape, just like wet sand. We'll press them into these pans. My husband is good at a lot of things, but beekeeping at the moment is not what he is really good at. He still needs some practice. But as he was moving the frames, he noticed that our bees did not have enough honey to survive the winter. So this is where the sugar bricks come in.
It looks like snow.
Try some snow.
Feels like snow too. It just doesn't melt.
Does it taste like snow?
It's good though, actually.
Don't be making any snowballs to throw at your brothers.
That's a waste of good resources. Why would I do that?
Spoken like a true sister. See, everybody gets to see your diabolical side now. They think you're all sweet. And she is.
Sometimes.
Hey, that was you saying that, not me. Quit eating it. First time making sugar bricks. I bet this is how they make sugar cubes. They just wet the sugar and then dehydrate it. Because they're definitely hard.
Yeah, you can come a little closer. You're standing further back than Salem was.
Oh, don't talk to me about it. I'm the one that's normally not as afraid of bees. But you hadn't smoked them, and I don't want them to come after me. You're the one with the suit on, sir.
We're both learning a lot with bees, and hopefully we're gonna do better going forward. We're gonna work on it. I'm calmer today, so hopefully I won't be smoking myself up.
I still laugh so hard every time I watch that piece of it.
I went back and looked at it too. I was like, what was I doing?
It's so funny.
Looks like we lost a couple there. Let's open her up here. There we go. Looking like they're happy in here. Doing a lot better than before. Alright, we're not going to go crazy. Alrighty. See, I'm being calmer than before. Yeah. It's in my face too, so don't go stuffing in my face.
Here you go.
Alright.
Supposed to just lay them right on top.
Oh, they sound pretty neat.
Of.
Can we lay it on top?
We'll see how this works.
If we laid them in the spot there?
I don't think you. No. I don't think you're supposed to do that.
Okay, lay them right there. Okay. Any idea how many folks you put on there?
Oh,
Put a
people
couple.
normally do like bigger bricks than this, but somebody said it was good to do smaller ones, so we'll just see.
Okay.
I know we want to do it quick though. We don't want their heat out.
That's right. All right. Smoking it up. I still can't believe me on that last time.
I can't laugh too hard at you because remember that one time that the bees swarmed actually into that tree and we were trying to get them down and I had the half of the suit on and you're hitting the tree to drop the swarm and I'm holding this tote and instead of the bees dropping into the tote, they dropped right on my head and then I ended up getting stung like 20 times and I'm on a ladder. Thankfully I didn't fall off and there was probably some beeps going on. You remember that?
Yeah, I sure do. I sure do. Oh man, we got some improvement and work to do with our beekeeping, but something we plan to do. First, in the meantime, see what we can do to get these bees through the winter.